Hi everyone, it's time for this week's edition of the Roar Report. We are looking at the week of February the 13th through the 17th, and we're going to go ahead and get started with wrestling because those wrestlers have a very busy week coming up. All right, on Tuesday, February the 14th, Valentine's Day, our wrestlers will be heading over the hill to Banks. They're going to take off from here around 2 o'clock, and the meet starts at 4 at Banks. And then on Thursday, February the 16th, they will be home here at the junior high. That meet starts at 4 o'clock, and that is against St. Helens and Neocani, I believe. That was a little change up this week, so it will be Seaside and Neocani. And then on Saturday, February the 18th, we have got the big daddy of them all, districts, and that is going to be happening at the high school gym. This is a date change. We said this last week, but just as a reminder, February the 18th at the high school. Wrestlers need to be at the high school at 9 a.m. to check in, but the actual event will start at 10 a.m. That is going to be a great, fun, busy, big meet. I hope everyone can get out to check that out. Then our girls basketball have a game on Wednesday, February the 15th. They are heading over to St. Helens to battle it out on the courts over there. They will be leaving here at 1 o'clock, but the games over there start at 4. We have a few other things happening in the building or in the district this week. On Monday, February the 13th, we have a school board meeting. Those traditionally happen at the school district office, but this month, Liberty School will be hosting in their library. So if you are interested in being part of a school board meeting, Monday, February the 13th at 5:30 p.m., you should be at the Liberty School Library. We also have, oh my gosh, an important day, Friday, February the 17th, we have a professional development day. That is that one day a month that staff come into the building to work and students stay home with you. So no school on February the 17th. Also, that backs up to Monday, February the 20th, which is President's Day, a national holiday. So you folks get a 4-day weekend, which sounds pretty lovely to this lady. But we will be here on the 17th. Okay, other things happening. We're trying to tighten up a few things here in the building in terms of supervision. So our lunch time is kind of a fluid time. We have, it's about 35 minutes, maybe a little longer when you look at passing times. We open up our cafeteria and have students come in and eat. And then after a little while in there, we release kids. Kids can stay in the cafeteria and keep eating if they want to, if they're not done. But we do release most of the kids out to go to their, recess time. I know recess sounds like little kids, but their free time then. And so we have some options for kids at that time. They can go to the library if they're interested in that. They can go into the gym, or they can go into the area behind the school where we have 9 Square and basketball and things like that. So there are those 3 places that kids can be. We're asking that once kids go to a location, they stay there unless they request permission to leave. So if you're in the gym and you want to go to the library, that's fine. You just need to have permission from a duty person. We have an adult that stands right there at the door and can kind of watch kids coming and going. We just need to know where our students are, which probably makes a little sense to people. If kids need to use the restroom, that's fine. Recess is a great time to use the restroom, so you're not getting out of class. They also need permission to leave the gym, library, or outside to go in to use the restroom. What we don't want is a whole herd of kids in a restroom, so we limit it to a couple at a time. We give kids a vest, it's our pass, so that we know, other teachers who are in the building, if you see a kid out in the hall with a vest, you know that they're supposed to be there. Here's the deal. Students know these rules. They're being reminded of these rules, and kids who aren't following those rules are going to start getting lunch detention. We don't want to do that. That's why we're trying to do a reteach first. But we do need to have adequate supervision of kids in the building. Okay, other things. Speaking of just safety issues, Alder Lane is so busy before and after school. Having these two schools and this really close campus just creates a lot of traffic. So we are just reminding those parents who are doing drop off and pickups to observe speed limits and please stay off of cell phones when you're driving. We are reteaching students here that they need to be walking in crosswalks and staying on sidewalks when possible, and staying out of your space in the car. But I mean, these are kids and sometimes they don't make the best choices. So please be mindful that we got lots of kids running around here. The other thing is just we're going to encourage people to stay on the main drags, and that's Alder Lane, Evergreen, and Meadow instead of shooting off on the side streets. And there's a reason, there's a method to the madness. If you're turning off on Linden, say for example, that's a very narrow road that's not really built for this level of congestion. There are no sidewalks there. We have a lot of kids who walk that way. And so what that means is we have cars in a narrow space sharing the same space as our kids who are walking and on bicycles. We're trying to avoid that. So if you can, we'd appreciate it if you'd stick to Evergreen, Alder, and Meadow. That might just keep everyone a little bit safer. And finally, oh my gosh, Charity Drive. Charity Drive is upon us, and what a fun, busy next couple of weeks. There are lots of ways that you can join in and be a part of that. There are going to be activities that are just for junior hires to do. There are going to be dinners that you can go to in town, car washes, oh my gosh, Valentine's, Valograms, all kinds of stuff. There's a million ways to participate. It's a really positive thing. It's for a great cause. Hope you guys get involved. We will make sure that the school-wide, the high school-wide calendar for Charity Drive is linked to our Roar report. It's a fun time. Okay, folks, have a great weekend. It's a great day to be a lion.